Hi, my name is Sinchunwan Donald, BCO student ID 21192412, cabin ID CT01 99154. I'm here to present my innovative thinking for organization developments. First, we will start with discussing about the chosen problem. Using the design thinking process, whenever you have the problems, there's a few steps for you to move on. So first you have to understand the problem by defining and empathizing it. After that, following by exploring using ideation and prototype. Last, you have to materialize the problem with the solution after the test and implementations. Issue on hand. The issue that we're having right now is the limitations of parking lots during the peak hours. There's a couple of reasons why I have chosen this issue. Number one, there's a lot of time being wasted for waiting for available lots during the peak hours. Engine while waiting for available lots are usually turned on and it gives us the pollution. People are unsure about where else they can park their car. They're unsure about the parking fees too. So how does this relate to me? Being a driver myself, I always encounter long waits for parking lots during the peak hours, especially on the lunch time. And after finding a lot, I'm usually left with very short time to have my lunch done up. And after the long wait for the parking lots, usually I will feel very frustrated. And I always think that time should not be wasted for small things like waiting for the parking lots. Next, research. For the research, the team and I had some site visits to the car parks in Singapore. So we have went to numerous car parks, and this is some of the photos that we have taken in the car parks. Market survey have been done too in the form of an online survey. So the online survey we have done have been made to people aging from 25 years old to 35 years old. Results from the online survey shows that 100% of the people doing the survey thinks that it's hard to park their car during the peak hours. 60% of the people think that having an app that will provide information like the lots availability will benefit them. At least 60% of the people thinks that having other information such as the car park fees, GPS navigation, alternate parking areas will actually be beneficial to them too. Lastly, 95% of the people thinks that if the apps is actually out, they will actually be downloading it. Part 3, problem definitions. So after the research been done, we came up with a problem statement, lagging of information to aid drivers with knowing which car park to park during the peak hours. Part 4, ideation process. I've used the 5Y techniques for my process of ideation. The 5Y techniques is actually proven to be one of the most effective tools for the root of the cause or problems that we are facing. Next, I've actually utilized the scamper technique too. And what are they? 1. Substitute. We can see that the car park availability board is always outside the gantry. Why not creating a phone application to show to people who is outside of the gantry or not near to the gantry? 2. Combine. To better improve onto the phone application or even the current phone application that is in the market, we can add the combine information such as the parking locations, parking price, GPS, lot availability into one app. Next, adapt. In order for the drivers to be able to use the application or find the information easily, we will have to put it in some place where majority of the drivers can be accessible. Therefore, the best place to put such a service or information will be in the phone applications. 4. Modify, minify, or magnifying. Here is some of the example that I would think that you can modify the app in order to provide a better result. Next, put it to another use. There's always more benefits than just only looking at the lots availability function. We have different benefits of this app that will help the drivers. Eliminate and elaborate. We can try to eliminate the available parking lots indicator in front of the gantry and put it into apps where people can use it for apps at anywhere of their place. And last, reverse. We are not only solving our problem statement, but in addition, we are actually giving a one-stop service or solutions to people that can relate to the parking. 5. Prototypes. In order to create an app, we must have a name for the app. We name our apps as Parking Solutionist, and we have done out a logo for our apps. And we must be clear of what is the things we need to achieve. So the current challenge that we're receiving now is that driver is having too little information about the availability of the parking lots in the car park. It will lead to having bad time management, frustration, lagging of inconvenience. Value proposition. We have the obstacles that the driver is unable to get hold of the information of the car park beforehand. Solution. Information we gathered shown in the phone application, so it makes it more convenient for the driver to look at the lots availability, car park fees, and also the distance to the car park and navigations. By that, you actually have a better time management and a better planning of the routes during the peak hours. In the same time, it serves as a one-stop service provider to the user to anything related to parking. We have also adapted the Learning Design Solution (LDS) into three different stages. Stage 1, before the project is being awarded. Stage 2, after the project is being awarded. Stage 3, before everything is finalized. So here we have the features of the parking solutionists and also the reason why we need them. Here is the prototype of the features in our app, namely the GPS navigations and also the locations of the car parks. Next is the car park fees and also the lot availability in the car parks. We have also done up of H5P tutorial videos to teach the user how to use the app. 6. Testing. A testing version of the app has been introduced to some of our friends to test it out. Here is some of the reviews and the feedbacks from the people using the testing apps. Most of them find it beneficial as compared to the past before they are using the app. Time savings is a very important factor for our apps and it has been proven here. Lastly, implementation. Obstacles have been faced, such as gathering the information from relevant departments or company. Solutions have been made, presentation to the business development team and clear their doubts and prejudge. Lastly, what is the benefits? Profit for the parking companies, convenience to the application user and also create a healthier environment, less pollution. So, what is the possible implementation challenge that you will face? I have named down 4 of them. Number 1, commitment and support from the information provider. 2, fast-paced data collection from the information provider. 3, servicing and maintenance, parking solutionist the application. Lastly, not enough information has been given to the app user. Lastly, I would like to stress out some points. 1, the app is actually beneficial to everybody in Singapore. 2, it allows the driver to have a better time management. 3, lesser time wastage will be happening. And thank you for your time for the presentation.